Yes, people, welcome back to the Reggae Boyz Weekly, another edition. Hope all is well on this lovely Friday evening as we're really, approaching summer. I think summer starting out June. So, yes, a lot of things to do, a lot of football to play as well. So, let's look forward to what the Reggae Boyz has for us in store. But on the panel today is me, myself, and I, the Manchester United fan, Dylan, the Arsenal fan, and Dicanio, the man himself who predicts that Arsenal will be winning the Premier League title this upcoming weekend. These both individuals did a video saying that Michail Antonio is going to do a job for them in order to beat Man City so Arsenal can be handed the Premier League title. But it's yet to be seen. But people, if you're just joining the stream, thank you. But the most important thing, smash the like button. Also, if you're new, hit the subscribe button and leave your thoughts below in the comment section. Well, not below in the comment section, but leave your thoughts in the comment section on the side of the panel or whatever, wherever the comment section is for the live stream. Just leave your thoughts, exercise those fingers, smash the like button. 8 of you guys have joined us already. Smash the like button and subscribe if you are new. So let's get straight into it as we have so many things to discuss today. Yep, I feel like they need to remix this song, honestly, for the upcoming game. Them, you make I'm hear some dub plate. I'm not this now artist now, but some of the dub plate them not really sound too steady, But listen, we're going to talk about Leon Bailey's bombshell interview over the week. Also, Demarai Gray's injury, as we're going to give you guys a massive update surrounding Demarai Gray. And we're going to talk about Michail Antonio as well, as he has opened up about his recent divorce and, things that have been affecting him in his personal life. So where should we start? Demarai Gray, Leon Bailey with his bombshell interview recently, or should it be Michail Antonio and his recent divorce? Have any of you guys been divorced? I think it's a question to be asked. Who knows? A lot of folks get married early. But listen, we're going to talk about Demarai Gray, right? People in the comment section, if you're watching, have you guys ever been divorced? How does it affect you guys in your personal life? Because we're going to talk about Michail Antonio, right? Kevin Faces said, big up presser along with your panels. Definitely. People, once again, smash the like button. If you're new, subscribe. And also, if you know a friend or family member that loves football, send them the content. gunnazyt. Subscribe to that channel as well, especially if you're an Arsenal fan, and subscribe to 433 Presser as well if you're a United fan or just Reggae Boyz fan in general. But let's start off with Demarai Gray, right? Because we're fast approaching some big games coming up, Copa America as well as the World Cup qualifiers. We have the World Cup qualifiers before Copa America. But we saw where Demarai Gray recently sustained an injury, which would have been last week, Friday, after having a collision with the goalkeeper of Al Ittihad, right? I think Ronaldo plays for that team, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it Karim Benzema? I think
Benzema and Kante.
Yeah, Karim Benzema plays for Al Ittihad. Now, initially, I think everyone thought that it would have been a concussion. You know what I'm saying? Because that is the thing, or what was being reported at the time, that it was a concussion. And, obviously, Dicanio, I think you did a video on it, right? Or was it Dylan? And, I think you were stating that, you've had a concussion before in which it can keep you out for, approximately 1 to 2 weeks. So, obviously, everyone was like, okay, he'll probably be back for the upcoming games with Dominican Republic as well as Dominica. Now, recently since week, we saw a picture on Instagram, which his friend posted, and Demarai Gray went on to repost that picture, in which we saw Demarai Gray his left hand in a sling. Now, obviously, you don't have to be a doctor, you don't have to be like a physiotherapist or anything of that ilk, but you'd have known that obviously this is a shoulder injury, whether it's a shoulder sprain or a shoulder fracture. And for those of you who are watching, a fracture and a sprain, it is quite different. Now, Dylan, Demarai Gray, one of your favorite players for the Reggae Boyz national team, how do you feel with this recent picture emerging with Demarai Gray's left hand in a sling? Do you think he'll be a massive miss for the upcoming games?
Yeah, but it opens up an opportunity for somebody like Murray Hutchinson to finally decide his fate, It's a players like Jamal Lowe, it's time for them to really audition for the Copa America. And yeah, I think Carl Grimson will have some more time to bed in the team. So I don't really worry about that. At the end of the day, if Gray is fit, he starts for sure. So I'm not too pressed about it. I'm sad that he's injured, but it's a part of the game. So get well soon.
Definitely. And Dicanio, what are your thoughts surrounding Demarai Gray and this recent picture that we saw since week?
Bro, it's not a good look in a form. I don't know how long shoulder injury take, but shoulder injury longer than concussion for sure. You see me? So it's sad that
You guys look depressed. Like, come on, man.
oh, when we go stadium, bro, I would have said Demarai, dog. You see me? I know it don't look like me I can see the man when we go stadium, dog. So that's sad. And I don't think Omari is a direct replacement for Low. Maybe Bailey. And it depends on the system we are playing. But Bailey, if Demarai and I can dead it on the 6th of June, bro, may I go upset. We should still get the job done without him. But but
what are the stakes of these upcoming games?
Nothing. The stakes are important. It's the World Cup qualifiers, and for me, not because you already have the United States as well as Mexico and Canada qualifying due to the fact that they're the host nations. I don't think we should downplay the qualifying rounds and the games that we have in the World Cup qualifiers. You know, we haven't qualified or we haven't been to a World Cup since 1998. So despite USA, Canada, and Mexico not being in these upcoming games, whatever the case is, I still think we have to show these teams respect and go out there and get the 3 points. You would agree?
Another thing as well. You can't underestimate these rounds, bro. Because you see, the moment you underestimate these rounds, you get shagged. You see me, bro? Because look how much teams you see in Europe when they're in the qualifying group for going to the real group of challenging. A lot of them slip up, dog, and then what? They end up in the reach World Cup. So you have to take it serious. Dominican Republic have a little system where them are forward up, them are take Spanish players. Just like how with them name Curacao and them other team there, and them Dutch lesser Antilles teams they are take Dutch players. And the same thing the Dominican Republic are do. You see me say you can't take them light. We need the crowd there. I want to make a statement, bro. I just want to beat Dominican Republic 1-2 love. And may I shed some light on look on the Haiti game that we play a stadium. Everybody I expect to see Jamaica lead or dump up 80. You see me? I mean never a 2-0 though. We were at that point, bro, against Haiti in the office. So you can't take no team like, bro. You see me? Bro, when 80 scored, the whole stadium silent. And 181, we see a jump in a bleachers. That short game. She's afraid. Bro, the 180 man, they will promise to anybody I watch this in a bleachers. I remember the 180 man there, bro. She had jumped better than even see her before the goal scored. The whole place silence.
She just take off the shirt and
must send up in a 80. It did feel so awkward, dog. So we have to take this game serious. Players like Junior Furpo, then Monday. Yeah, dog. So yeah, dog.
Furpo is playing for who?
Like you're there for your blind ears.
Yeah, Dominican Republic they have a good crop of players right now.
Furpo is playing for Dominican Republic.
You see, just like how we attack British rejects.
So-called. Yeah.
They might take the Spanish rejects too, bro. So you have to be careful.
Yeah. Yeah, so and the thing is, let me just answer this comment. Adam McGregor, and for those of you guys who are joining, once again, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. Adam McGregor, big up yourself. When is the squad going to drop? Some countries have already posted their Copa squads. Yeah, that's the thing. I think there's an uncertainty surrounding the current crop of players that the Reggae Boyz have in terms of Leon Bailey uncertainty, Demarai Gray with his recent injury. So I think there's some positions. Andre Blake is injured as well. I don't know for how long. So I think we'll have to replace quite a few of those players for these upcoming games. Well, at least for the World Cup qualifiers. Now, in terms of the Copa America squad, Demarai Gray should be back for the Copa America, right? Leon Bailey, I'm hopeful that he'll be back. Honestly, I'm hopeful. Andre Blake will definitely be back for that game as well. Amari Bell, I think he'll be back as well, as he's in Dylan, what you said, he's recovering from his injury now. So yeah. So I'm not too quite sure when the Copa squad is gonna be dropped. I'm looking forward to the World Cup qualifying squad. So hopefully them can drop that soon, and we can dissect it and talk about it and see what we have in store in terms of the additional players. Obviously, all of us, we would want like Omar Hutchinson to come and represent us in those upcoming games, but we know his situation with Chelsea. Although, in my personal opinion, his contract negotiation should not affect his decision in terms of to represent Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? But Chorus Carnif, big up yourself, Demi. Happily, man. Oh, Demi, happily, man. Okay, let's see. I don't think for the qualifying games, Kevin Facey, once again, big up yourself, so true, presser. But yeah, Dylan, back to you. Honestly, we have to take the game serious, bro. We have to take the game serious. I see somebody in the comment section say if we don't have faith in Whisper and Dixon. Listen, man, listen. With all due respect, big up Whisper and Dixon, but I think these games, it's not that these games are bigger than them, but I don't think it's the case where these are the guys that should be starting for these two upcoming games. If they were in the squad, fine, if that's the case. But for Whisper and Dixon to play in these two significant games, especially kicking off our journey to the World Cup 2026, now it doesn't sit right with me. I think I have to give Jamal and Cephas and the other guys the edge. But Dylan, one more question surrounding Demarai Gray, right? Big up to the respective YouTubers across the platform. And I think DNA Football was the one. He did a video recently, right? And he was sharing his thoughts, and he was like, should Demarai Gray return back to the English Premier League? Do you think that we could see Demarai Gray returning back to the English Premier League sooner rather than later?
That's a good question. How old is he?
27.
Yeah, I think he could get a move back. But at the end of the day, like, if Demarai wants his bread, he just want him bread, and I respect it, right? So, but with everything that's coming out, with people saying that people are not getting paid, I don't know if that's the case for him as well. That'd be my only concern. But I could see him easily playing for, any promoted team, obviously. But like even like a Crystal Palace after like a Eze might leave, like I think he could easily slot in there. But yeah, bro, I think it'd be a good move for him. But at the end of the day, the Premier League is not the only league. But if you want to make money, then stay where he is.
Yeah, but I'm of the opinion that I feel like a lot of these players that go to Saudi Arabia, I feel like they're genuinely unhappy, especially the players that are not so much Muslim, to be honest. I have a genuine feeling like they're unhappy. I think Demarai Gray went to Saudi for like a 1-year paycheck or something like that, and then him with dip. I don't see Demarai Gray staying there for a long period of time, like past him 30s or that type of stuff. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been doing some assessment surrounding Ettifaq and a lot of these whatever clubs, right? And to me, like, as much as the Saudi Pro League invest in bringing players over, if you look at the infrastructure of the league, right, it's just not there at this moment in time. And I was having this conversation with Dicanio recently. I was like, bro, I was looking for information surrounding Demarai Gray and his injury. And he was like, listen, clubs don't normally tell how long a player is going to be out for. But I'm saying, at least you will know what the injury is. At least you will know what the injury is. If Saka goes down, say that it was the second of the last game of the season today, right? And Saka goes down with a knock. At least after the game, you'll hear that it's a knock. You're probably not going to hear that, he's off for 3-4 weeks. But at least the club can report something. You know what I'm saying? I was looking for a press conference for the upcoming game today because Demarai Gray's side is playing today. And there's no press conference. I'm not seeing anything on the YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the Saudi League has to do better in terms of investing in the infrastructure as well as the overall program itself for it to be a more attractive league. And that is why I feel like Demarai Gray, I don't think he'll be there for long. What do you think, Dicanio?
Yeah, like a lot of players, them I agree with you in a way. Because when I think a lot of Moody say happy, but it's just not the environment for somebody who grew up in a Western world, bro. So if you get all a 3-year contract, you do all a 1.5 or 2 year, and you look into it and you say, what more money I go do? You just want to blow off. It just depends on the person, bro. So yeah, it would have good to see him back in the Prem, and him definitely is Prem quality. So yeah, bro, any mid-table team can go represent, bro. So it just depends on the person, his ambition, way more to do the rest of his career. But really and truly, I don't care about his club career. Because he might perform for Jamaica. That's the honest truth, dog. I couldn't care less about his club career because he might perform for Jamaica. Because him not come play for Arsenal. That's one thing me know for sure. So if him not come play for Arsenal, the only thing me business about is where him play for Jamaica. You see me? So yeah, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I get you. I try my best to follow Demarai Gray. Not like watching the games, but I try my best to, keep up with what he's doing, how he's performing over there. Because honestly, I feel like it's a waste of time to watch any game in the Saudi Pro League. I'm telling you, the league needs to do better in terms of investing in across the board in social media, etc., etc., etc. It can't just be about bringing players over there. Look at the stadiums. The stadiums are literally empty. You know what I'm saying? The stadiums are literally empty. If let me tell you this, if the Jamaica Premier League gets the investment that the Saudi Pro League is getting, not in terms of like bringing players over, but like say in infrastructure, etc., I believe we can bring more crowd than them. You know what I'm saying? I believe so, because I think we're more passionate about football than Saudis, to be honest. And I've been following the sports minister for Saudi Arabia, and it's an initiative where they're trying to get young people in the country to watch football a bit more. So this is why it's a heavy investment. They're investing heavily in the sport itself, as well as due to the fact that it's an oil-rich country, and they've stated that, they don't only want to be known for oil. You know what I'm saying? They want to be known for other things as well. But let me take one more comment. Julius, big up yourself. Did he say he was unhappy? No, I'm saying I believe he is unhappy. I believe a lot of players from the Western world that goes over to the Saudi Arabian League, I'm not going to say they're unhappy, but I don't think like they're like acclimatizing to the environment as best as possible. If you're like a Muslim player, like Riyad Mahrez and those guys, then it's nothing for you to acclimatize to that culture. What did you want to say, Dylan?
No, I was just saying that I think there's a lot, like if you watch HITC7's video on Saudi, like if you understand like the layout of how Saudi is, and it's just 36 million people at the end of the day, and none of them are like, they're not starstruck. And the people that can't afford to, or the people that would probably want to go to the games probably cannot afford to get into the games because of the whole, kafala system and everything.
What's that?
So yeah. I mean, kafala system is basically where you take people from like African countries, third world countries, and you take their visas away, and then you make them work for you.
So modern day slavery.
Basically, yeah, that's what kafala. Okay. But that's a lot of the population of Saudi is from either the kafala system or they're just uber rich, and the uber rich are not trying to. I mean, I'm sure that they will go and watch Cristiano in the box, but I don't think they're really interested in sitting in the stands. So I think
they're not trying to mix and mingle with the peasants.
Right. But, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like when you look at the Pro League, and if you look at the geography of Saudi Arabia, then you'll just see in the middle is just a huge desert. So like driving around to go to the game. Anyways, this is just me being a nerd and liking HITC7s, and Dicanio is now not interested in anything I have to say, so I'll move on.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but people, once again, smash the like button. Also, hit the subscribe button if you're new, and leave your thoughts below in the comment section. But let's move on. Leon Bailey did a bombshell interview recently, right? Dicanio, well, not Dicanio, Dylan, you covered that interview. I covered that interview as well. And Leon Bailey had so many things to say surrounding, being happy, wanting to leave Aston Villa at one point in time as well. I think it was like last season, or somewhere around that period when Steven Gerrard was there, the Liverpool legend, the man who famously slipped against, was it Crystal Palace or Chelsea? I think it was Crystal Palace, if memory serves me right, actually. But yeah, Leon Bailey wasn't unhappy like a couple seasons ago under Steven Gerrard, and he did an interview recently expressing himself, stating that Unai Emery, the Spaniard, was the man who basically saved his Aston Villa career. And the big headline from Birmingham Live is, I wanted to leave Aston Villa under Steven Gerrard before Unai Emery changed everything. And at this moment in time, Aston Villa will be playing Champions League football next season. So, big up to Leon Bailey, big up to Unai Emery, Ollie Watkins, and a lot of these guys, because just like a season or two ago, they were facing relegation. I don't remember if you guys remember that famous game where I don't remember the team that they were playing, but I think Aston Villa scored a goal, and the goal line technology on the day wasn't working, and Aston Villa were livid. They were like, bro, this could cost us our spot in the English Premier League. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's get into let's get into what Leon Bailey had to say surrounding him being unhappy at one point in time. So the article goes on to read, Leon Bailey admits Unai Emery may well have saved his Aston Villa career after he contemplated leaving the club during his struggles under Steven Gerrard. And let me just ask you guys some questions before I get further into that article. Now, Dicanio, with Leon Bailey stating that he contemplated leaving Aston Villa, if he had left Aston Villa, right, where do you think he would have been at this moment in time?
Bro, I don't know another. I'll be a chat, Bailey chat soon.
Bro, hold on. The question that I actually
the thing is,
you guys think he talks too much? Like genuinely.
That's what I'm just about to say, bro. I'm always say it right as something happen. So all right, he might perform good. So all of a sudden, he did a plan for left. All right, he get banned from national team. All of a sudden, he did done a plan for take a break. You see me? He always try to. I don't know that. So more, bro, anything will Bailey say, take with a pinch of salt. You know, cause at that point, he never did play good. He never did beat the Prem like he beat the Prem. No. So if him did go leave, when they go leave, go better. And you hear, but last time could have got Chelsea this art, but Chelsea would not buy Leon Bailey on the form that he was on at that time, right? Obviously, they would have buy him now, but at that time, when I talk about the Steven Gerrard time, he did injury. Every minute he Bailey get injured. He never did have the stats him like him have the stats him now. So there's no big team who would have really want to go and get Bailey at that time. So, bro, I just be a chat Bailey, a chat still like that. As I say,
no, but do you actually think
don't see where him would have go that is better than Aston Villa at that time? You see me?
No, but do you think he has a PR team?
I don't know.
Like, he genuinely could not have a PR team.
Listen, the only PR team Bailey would have is
no, don't. Like, by the way, Leon, Mr. Bailey, sir, Mr. Butler, you see if you want to hire all of us on the panel to be Mr. Bailey.
Yeah, man, I would run a Butler, brother.
Okay, I personally and Gunners will help you to get more PR. You get me? So if you feel like, all right, continue. Yeah.
From a comment here from Shadow Strike, him chat way too damn much. For real, dog. Man, and it's not just the chat when you're chatting, bro. At the times, it's like him pick him timing well. That's all I can say. And I love it. As a content creator, I love when he talks a lot. You see me? I love it. But generally speaking, bro, it does weird. As I said, the two examples I'm gonna make. He might perform good right now, so all of a sudden, him didn't want to left. When things everybody are going good. Why you need to come out and say that? Why you look back in my past? You perform right now, you don't need to say that, bro. You see me?
But what's the big deal? I don't understand you guys. What's the big deal with Bailey expressing himself, stating that at one point he wanted to leave? I think Leon Bailey, to be fair to Bailey, I think he's just reflecting, seeing the journey in which he took, where, a season or two ago, or a season and a half ago, he was quite unhappy with the situation. And, he expressed that, yes, he was always injured, whatever the case is. But I think we have to be fair to Leon Bailey in our assessment. Many players have done, interview reflecting on, I wasn't in a good place last season, but now, I settled in and the managers helped me as well. So why are you guys trying to bash Leon Bailey for him coming out and expressing himself?
Nothing wrong with that. We did not do that. But nothing wrong with him coming out and expressing himself. But your question to me was, which team would I go? I'm going to tell you, say he could have gone a team better than Villa. So may I flip the question to you, Mr. Person. Which team would Leon Bailey go to? And in that period of time, since he didn't want to leave?
No, listen, obviously, I don't think... No, I'm answering the question. But you guys haven't even given me a chance to answer the question.
Right,
I'm
ahead.
saying, okay, listen, Aston Villa at that moment in time was not the Aston Villa that's currently playing at this level, right? Aston Villa was facing relegation under Steven Gerrard. So if anything, Leon Bailey would have just went to the average Joe side in the English Premier League if he was supposed to remain in the English Premier League. I'm talking teams like, I don't remember at that time teams that were in the Premier League, because quite a few teams would have been relegated, right? But I guess Bournemouth, the Fulham, those type of teams. I think those teams would have taken a Leon Bailey, Nottingham Forest, if they were in the Prem at that moment in time. So let's be fair to Leon Bailey, man. The man just a reflecting at
I say teams of that ilk, especially down to the bottom, bro. Say them don't take injured players.
No.
You have to fit.
Oh my God.
And play at a consistent level in order to get in one of them team there. And that's not saying Leon Bailey can. Of course, Leon Bailey can play for one of them team there. But at that time, Leon Bailey was an injury mess. He was a mess, bro. So no team in a relegation now, them don't take players like that, bro. You have to fit. You have to be fit. You see me? So I just think maybe just that talk him did feel. I don't think it was a realistical thing that was about to happen or it could have happened. But I just think he must say, that was a down period at some, like you just there by yourself and really mention it to nobody. So I like say, I tell Bailey, yo, go find me a new club. Bailey, Butler, yo, I want a new club. Go find me a new. No, I'm not thinking he reached so far. Maybe I just him there by himself and him down and he must say, this just suppose I wrong plane to the move from that. Suppose me make the wrong move, bro. I just want to left. Them way there, but I don't feel there was anything concrete. You see me, dog?
I mean, that's what Craig Butler and Leon Bailey to do. But let me take this comment from Nitro, right? Because I have something else to say. Nitro basically is saying, let me just find out the comment. Oh, it's on screen already. Nitro said, Leon Bailey has all right to speak about that experience with Gerard. No problem with that. And I agree with Nitro. And reason being why I'm doubling down on agreeing with Leon Bailey and the recent interview, bro, when he went to Aston Villa, I don't think Leon Bailey had anything in mind to say that this team is going to qualify for the Champions League. I don't think Bailey had that in his mind. So for them to face relegation a season and a half ago, right? And to be in this position, qualifying for the UEFA Champions League. Remember, United qualified for it last season. I think, did Newcastle miss out? No, Newcastle qualified as well. So everyone was thinking, okay, it's going to be City, it's going to be Arsenal, it's going to be Liverpool, United, and Newcastle in that top 5 mix, as well as Spurs top 6, Chelsea as well, top 7. No one had Aston Villa in mind in terms of them qualifying for the UEFA Champions League. So with Leon Bailey accomplishing this with Aston Villa, being a very important player in the team, I think he has all right to speak about the past experience with Steven Gerrard as well as Dean Smith, but more so Steven Gerrard. But he said something in this article that I want to get to, right? Because I think it surrounds the Reggae Boyz team, or it full circle, it comes around to the Reggae Boyz team. And Dylan, you did a video, you mentioned the word, like, what's the word again? Something another effect. What's the thing?
Which one of them?
Is some effect where everything has to align for Leon Bailey to kind of play good. It wasn't just for Leon Bailey, but in general.
Hierarchy of needs?
Huh?
The hierarchy of needs that I was talking about?
Yeah, something like that. I wanted to touch on that, but let me just get further into this article. So yeah, it said Leon Bailey admits Unai Emery, blah 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 blah, saved his career. Now he went on to praise Unai Emery really and truly in this article or the interview. He went on to state, and I quote, "He has had a lot of influence on me, and he has brought back my confidence," Bailey told Premier League Productions. "I never once doubted myself coming here." I remember he was coming from Leverkusen, right? "If you watched me before, people knew the quality I have and what I can do on the pitch." He went on to also say, "But it's when players are not happy, you can't get the best out of them. Unai has given me that confidence again. When Dean left, it was like, okay, what did he say here? I came for this person and now they are gone." So as we all know, when he was purchased, Dean Smith was the manager of Aston Villa. And I think at the time he was relatively doing well with Villa as well. Now, Leon Bailey stressed something really important. Confidence. That's the key word. And that's the word for the day. Confidence. Is it the case where he's not confident playing for the Reggae Boyz national team? And that's the reason as to why we're not seeing the best Leon Bailey. What do you think? Guys, in the comment section that's watching, for you, those of you who are watching.
Yeah, Dylan. First thing I would say, a long time when I see Leon Bailey play for Jamaica. So, bro, just look into it. A long time when I see that man play for Jamaica, bro. The last time he played for Jamaica was at Canada game last year. And he was not on the form that he's on right now. And the hope was, with the form going up, we would have seen him in the Nations League where he played. I would never see him. So, me did willing to put everything that it happened behind because this is the best form of my career. But them fall out and we never get to see it. So I'm still not ready yet to say Leon Bailey in the perform Jamaica because before him get the suspension or before him never get picked, Me literally have it on my mind. So me I read everything up in I pass. I'm want to see how the Bailey I go perform. I'm gonna get to see that yet. I have not gotten to see how this informed Bailey is playing for Jamaica, and that is where.
But that's why I asked you the question. He stressed that when players are not confident, they do not tend to play well. You guys support Arsenal. I support United. A lot of us have respective teams across Europe that we support. What's one thing pundits, former players, whatever the case, what have they said with certain players? You need to put an arm around certain players in order to get the best out of them. It's almost like you need to make this player like the teacher split. You know what I'm saying? Everyone else can really relatively perform off their own. Everyone else can, galvanize themselves in terms of getting confidence from different areas, whatever the case is, right? No, Leon Bailey, to me, I'm not saying he isn't that type of player, but it is evident that Leon Bailey needs a close relationship with his manager. And he said that in the interview as well. He talked about his father, Craig Butler. He said that because they have a close relationship, whenever Craig Butler basically tells him to do something, he does it. Not that Craig Butler is controlling him, but it's that father and son bond. You know what I'm saying? So your father gives you that extra confidence to make you take that extra step. It's like you're teaching your son to ride a bicycle. Your son, he's confident in you, he trusts you, so you're the father and you're like, go on son, just pedal the bicycle.
Yeah, don't interrupt me again. I lose my train of thought. I'm never finish up my point, so may I interrupt you now to make a point from what you just said.
All right, go on.
Read something from one of the comments in the video where Dylan posted about Leon Bailey, and a lot of people are saying club football different from international football, and these are comments, right? So I want to put it out there to the rest of the people in the comment section right now. Tell me one thing. So, yes, in a club football, you need an arm around you, right? In a club football, there's so much investment. Everything is there. So, if you have that arm around you, you're supposed to perform, right? Now, when you come at Jamaica, and it's not just Jamaica, when Cristiano Ronaldo, this is a comment as well, we must see, from one of our videos, when Cristiano Ronaldo go for Portugal and go play, everything not perfect. And remember, say Portugal, good generation are coming now. But even before that, Portugal never always have a killer side. Portugal coaches and all that. A lot of top players go to clubs and go to countries where everything is not all perfect. And we still see them bring that club form over to the country. Or them even play even better for the country. So it's not always about the coach and having an arm around it. It's about passion. It's about wanting to perform for your national team under any circumstance. It's about wanting to go, as Craig Butler said, and die on that field for your country. When does that come in for Leon Bailey? When I see that, it's just a whole lot of yapping, complaining. This are the reason why, that are the reason why. But how about taking accountability? I've never seen him take accountability.
He did take accountability in the Let's Be Honest podcast.
Bro, listen. I've never seen him take accountability and leave it at that. Him take accountability and then say, well, these are the reason why. That is not accountability. When you take accountability, you take responsibility for your action and you left it at that. There is no, I know someone should do this. I was wrong to do this, but this are the reason why I'm doing it. That is not accountability, bro.
I think
every time Leon Bailey says something like that, is a but or is a reason why. You see me? So I just want to shed some light onto them comments I see. And it's not always around having an arm around you. Country football, everything not perfect. You have to make it work. You see me? So
I think the thing that I want to add on to what you're saying is like there's this thing like I feel like TDK in this trio. But anyways, like
who's TDK?
The different Arsenal content creator, the best.
Okay. Go on.
But anyways, he always talks about like therapy. But you see, like when you're giving somebody apology, like if I do something to Dicanio, right? And I say, I don't know, like I step on him toe. I don't say, I'm sorry, but I did step on his toe because I was trying to walk in front of you. If you get what I mean? Like it's not, you can't just apologize and then talk about, like you can't make excuses after you apologize. That's essentially what I'm saying. So you can't say, oh, I did this, but I did that. It don't make sense like that. Like that's not how life works. So for me, I just want him to take accountability and just leave it there and then prove it to me on the pitch what you're doing. Like he's talking like somebody that has gone to the World Cup, scored 7 goals, and it still don't matter. Bro, the man don't really score like that. That's my only problem with him. And that's the thing. It's like you're giving excuses, but what are you doing? Right? We still don't qualify for the World Cup yet. We still don't win nothing yet. If you get what I mean, like you're talking like this big shot and you don't have nothing in your trophy cabinet. Like that's what it is at the end of the day. Right? So I think that's my central problem with him. I respect him. I get it. Mental health is real. And if he's not the kind of player that wants to step up, right? If he doesn't want to take on that challenge, if he only wants somebody that is a man manager like Craig Butler or Unai Emery, then go for like that. That is completely fine. Like nobody told him that he needs to be.
But
Sorry, son.
you're a hypocrite, and I'm calling you out on a public platform. You're a hypocrite. Hold on. Because Dylan, recently, you did a video, Dylan, and you stated in that video that how Coach Jaime Hargreaves called up Leon Bailey, wanted him to play for the national team in the upcoming Nations League games that just went by, right? And then he took a U-turn. Now, if you said that in that video, right, for a player like Leon Bailey, don't you think that affects his confidence? Where your coach is making a U-turn on the decision that he wanted to initially make and make it look like nothing ever goes so?
Yeah, but I think in the video I was just looking straight forward, and like I spoke to Dicanio about it before I did it, because like as I said, like we spoke about the video before, and it took some time for me to even think of what I was going to say without trying to bash the man. But I was only trying to look through things through his perspective.
Lens.
But it don't mean to I agree.
Exactly. The whole
Like I
point
don't
of that
have
video,
to agree with him.
the whole point of that video was to look at things through his lens. As a reporter, sometimes you have to do that. That no means say that is what you believe. Now, Dylan, I show you and I tell you when believe right now. So look into the video a bit deeper before you come on the platform and call my brethren a hypocrite. You hear that, boy? Don't ramp with me in the youth. What I tell us do? Don't ramp
No,
with
but
the
it's
team,
fine.
brother.
Like I honestly appreciate it, because like the comments were great. So and the engagement did up and the impressions are still up. So like I don't have a problem.
No, I think you guys are being unfair to Leon Bailey, because to me, I think.
Oh, we not Kishan, like.
But we're not talking about trophies. The conversation does not surround trophies.
The point of the conversation was accountability. So we explained the reason why we say we don't feel him take accountability. Do you agree with that, Kishan? If you take accountability, you have to just take it.
Okay, I agree.
All right, so why we arguing? Let's move on.
No, but the conversation initially was not about trophies. Where Leon Bailey did an interview stating that he was unhappy at Aston Villa. Unai Emery came in, gave him the confidence, and he also stated that when you're not confident, managers do not tend to get the best out of you. And it almost seems that. But listen, it seems like to me that Leon Bailey is a player that runs off confidence, where he needs someone to give him that confidence. Bro, we see numerous amount of players play for respective clubs that we support that needs confidence. Just losing discipline. No, it's not. No. Me bash the money, no, brother. Listen, I have bashed Leon Bailey in the past, right?
It's perfect. When me play ball at school, brother, me used to look at me and say, dog, look on them school, they just have everything, dog. And me, they are one school, they're supposed to reach and can invest, and the big idiot stinking principal, yeah. Now, do you right thing for the bro. You see me? Bro, but you still have to go, they go perform. You still have to go.
But don't you think if he provides the right equipment, etc., don't you think if he provides the right equipment and the right environment for you guys to play, don't you think that gives that extra like 10% in your confidence to go there?
You play a third world country.
No, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really. Sean, if you don't have a pencil and you go to your exam with only a pen, at the end of the day, if you fail the exam, it's on you. Like nobody else cares.
You know what? Let me ask you this question then, because I want to get further into the article. Mason Greenwood and his situation, right? We all know the situation surrounding Mason Greenwood. If Mason Greenwood comes and play for Jamaica, right? And let's say Jamaica plays England in a friendly, or we play England in the first game of our group stage in the World Cup qualifiers, and so that the England fans are like, boo, Mason Greenwood, you apis, right. So that the England fans say that, right? And they're chanting derogatory things to Mason Greenwood. When he goes into the locker room or the dressing room at halftime or after the game is finished, do you think Coach Jaime Hargreaves needs to put a hand around him to give him that extra confidence and say, listen, block out the noise and go there and perform?
I mean,
do you think that he needs to put an arm around him?
Or he doesn't have to. It's not always about the coach. You have coaching staff. You have players. It might close to somebody where they're on the field. It might close to a teammate and a teammate do it. It doesn't have to be the coach. Nobody might not say nothing to him because it's plain. He was expecting it. There might have been conversations before the game say, oh, you can expect this. So when it happens, it's not nothing. You see me? And if he's a top elite player, what he's going to do is going to go back on that pitch and he must score and he must celebrate in front of them, face brawling.
But
You see,
listen, let's get further into the article.
he's
No,
a top elite player. Like he
it,
says, is he going to take up every pressure? And God, the situation the way you talk about Green, I don't know, compared.
no, but what I'm saying, a player would still need let's say that he's shot for confidence. Let's say that he's shot for confidence because of the situation, right? Don't you
No, we have
think?
to talk on the point where you make you now go ease past that like
No, I'm not. I'm talking about it. I'm saying if he's shot for confidence because the fans of England are chanting derogatory things to him, the coach, he still needs to put an arm around the player, an arm around the player. But
because
you're
in a
talking
high
about
profile
coaching staff.
situation like that, listen to me. You see in a high profile situation like this, that even if you listen to Arteta and all the other coaches, they know what is expected. They know what is going to happen. So conversations would have happened before the game. Yo, you need to expect this. The fans are going to be on you. Blah, 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 blah. So why, when it actually happens, you're going to need an next hand around your shoulder? You done that.
Oh boy.
You've done hard. The focus when you're going at halftime is going to be about the game. It's not going to be about the chanting or the boos. The only way that it's going to be a focus is if Mason Greenwood makes that a focus. If it really I get to him and him go to somebody and say, oh, this I get to him, I have to come off. Or this I get to him, then you can put the hand around him. But brother, you don't need a hand around you in a case that you're a professional. It's expected. You know where you get before you go up on the field.
Let's get further into the article and then talk about our beloved Michail Antonio, because in my assessment you guys are being unfair, and it's not that I like indiscipline or whatever the case, but it can't be a case where every day we'll get up and bash Lee and Bailey. Sometimes we have to be fair to the individual. But let's get further into the article.
We just talk it as it is, bro. Go on Gunna's channel now. You see truthful, factual information on Leon Bailey. You see a video where I tell the truth. You see video where I tell the truth. We do video about Sky Sports. The same Sky Sports where I'm going to do the interview upon. We have video about Sky Sports because them tell lie about way dogs say the video. You see the interview. So, bro, it's just about the truth, dog. It's not about trying to it's just the truth.
So could I get further into the article then?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so and the last point surrounding this interview and what Leon Bailey had to say, it comes around to confidence again. He stated that once I feel that, referring to confidence, I will give my everything for that person. I never felt that before when I came. He said that I never felt that before when I came in at all. When Unai came in, he gave me that feeling of confidence and comfort, the trust, everything. That's when it changed for me. Now it comes back to the Reggae Boyz, right? And Leon Bailey performances for the national team. He talks about Unai Emery giving him the trust, right? He talks about Unai Emery giving him the comfort. He talks about Unai Emery giving him the confidence that he needs. Is it the case where Coach Henry Hargrimsey is just not giving Leon Bailey the trust, the comfort, and the confidence as well? Dylan, you did a video about Leon Bailey recently surrounding this topic. Hold on. You spoke about what's the effect you were talking about? That everything needs to align so that somebody can perform.
Yeah.
What was the word?
No, it's just the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. But Kishan, all I'm trying to say to you, dog, right? At the end of the day, Leon Bailey needs to know within himself what motivates him.
Exactly.
If it's a man that is the head coach of a team, right? Then I mean, so be it. Maybe that work with him. Like, I don't know. Like, personally, for me, one man cannot determine my future. And that's literally what you're saying to me. That was a man that gives confidence. What the hell? He's an elite.
Let me ask you this then. Would you say by name, Leon Bailey is our best player?
No.
I mean, based off...
By name.
Which name? What I'm doing with which
No,
name?
I mean,
is our best player.
I mean, in terms of overall, like, I'm not talking about performances in Jamaica. In terms of the overall player himself, who's the best player that plays for Jamaica?
No, I agree.
Bro, come on, stop.
That man is a seasoned Premier League player that has won the Premier League, and he's made his name in the Premier League. Bailey not reached Demarai Gray levels as yet. Even Peanuts, bro, Bailey is just...
What was Demarai Gray's level in the English Premier League? He was very inconsistent at Leicester City. He went on to Everton and he was also very inconsistent. He went to Liverpool and he was also inconsistent.
You notice what I'm saying? I did not say Leon Bailey cannot soar past Demarai Gray's level.
What do you mean?
Right now,
But Demarai Gray in the Saudi Pro League.
So what? The man has achieved way more for club and country. Bailey win the conference league, what did them drop out? Wow, where's the silverware for club? Because that's in the love talk going a silverware. You see me? Demarai Gray has played in the Champions League with Leicester City. He has won the Premier League.
When did Leicester City win the English Premier League? 2015, 2016?
Yeah. And he was a
2015,
young player.
2016.
He was in breakthrough
2015,
season.
2016, right?
Yeah.
Demarai Gray, the 2015, 2016 season, played 12 games, 0 goals and 1 assist. Now, what he does, but listen, with all due respect, whilst he does have a Premier League winners medal, he was not integral.
Against Man U in the same season. You remember that?
That was not the season he scored a goal against United. It was the other season. It was the other season when Paul Pogba came to United, which should have been the 2016-17 season, I believe. No, but hold on. With all due respect to Demarai Gray, he played 12 games in the season that Leicester won the Premier League. He had 1 assist and 0 goal. It's not like he was an integral part of that Leicester City team.
Where's Morgan? Talk to me. Where's Morgan?
Dylan, we're not talking about Wes Morgan. But listen.
He's the best player.
Bro, I'm talking now. Wes Morgan doesn't play now. The fact of the matter is, I think you guys are being unfair to Leon Bailey.
Forget about Demarai Gray, Michail Antonio. And argue with me about that.
Okay, I can't.
Argue with me about it. No.
Now, Michail Antonio is a big player.
Argue with me about that. No. Right now, ready.
I'm not arguing about that.
All right, exactly. So what's your point? That was your point. All right.
No, all right. The question was, all right. The point I was trying to make, and the question that I was asking is that, okay, let's say that he's one of our best, one of our best, right? He's crucial to the team because once you unlock Leon Bailey, you can get a lot from him, right? He can be detrimental to opposition teams, right? So my question would have been, don't you think that the coach, Jaime Hagrimson, has to also be responsible to get the best out of players? Because you're managing a team. It cannot be the case where you just disregard players and like, oh, Leon Bailey, Demarai Gray, Michail Antonio, just find your own confidence.
Right,
you shouldn't do that. You should try to get the best out of every respective player. Some players motivate themselves.
Leon Bailey's bad performances have not only been under coach Jaime Hagrimson. Remember, Leon Bailey started off on the top one. Remember that.
But Kishan, what is the point?
Exactly. And Chevron.
More get into the nitty.
Hold on, Chevron, Hold on,
Presser. More get into the nitty gritty all of this stuff. But I'm going to make a match in that. And this now nothing to do with coach, you know. Me is the Leon Bailey right in front time post yes to me 70 run 3 times so you know, bro. And if them goal are going like behind it, it's a different conversation we have right now about Leon Bailey. Just because of 3 goals. I've seen Leon Bailey miss fitters for Jamaica, brother. Fitters. When I'm nothing to do with a coach. Not one thing that now to do with a coach.
Bad man, hear me I say. A football what about.
Score a goal in a 6-yard box.
But why you get so emotional? Why you get so emotional over the situation for? Why you get so emotional over the But why you get so emotional for Badman? That me ask you, why you get so emotional?
He not nothing to do with the coach.
No man, he's the man, brother. Every day you get up and bash Leon Bailey.
To finish chances in country. And he missed.
Yeah, Badman, hear me I say. Every day you sit up, every day you get up and bash Bailey. Every day you get up and bash Bailey. And me say, maybe fear to the man for today.
It is not bashing Bailey.
Yeah, Badman, I joke thing now, mate.
Go on my video right now, you go on my channel right now, you see me at me. When you need to get complimented, you get complimented.
Yeah, me I say. Me believe said Jaime Hagrimson must try to get the best out of the man.
Around the man, when me see him miss empty goal last year, when I spend my money go pay.
So why you going to for bad man? Why you going to for? Be fair to the man today. That me I say. Fair to the man today.
Play football and do some bullshit for my field, brother. Don't feel like a joke with a dog. Brother, I'm Leon Bailey have 3-4 passes and I try to beat 5 man one time and give a ball and we can't see goal. Leon Bailey miss 3 empty goal already. I see him miss sitters. When I'm nothing to do with coach, because I'm in a position to finish the chance. Talk about that. That you need to talk about, brother, and stop talking about coach and around player, bro. You see me?
Oh boy, hear me I say bad man. Hear me I
What,
say.
what
Hear
about
me
the
I say.
chance them when
You
miss
not to
against
get emotional
Canada?
over a situation.
Come and watch the vlog. What about the chance them when miss against Canada? That what that have to do with coach? We should have first off we should have cleared Canada we yard and we lose the match.
All right,
Why?
brother, but
That
let's have
is
a let's have a
talk
civil
about that.
conversation. Let's have a civil conversation on a public platform.
We're
We're not going to go on over a situation. We're not going to go on over a situation. A civil conversation. Why do you know bad man? A civil they under the calm and you go on the most way. Ease yourself, bad man. Ease yourself, bad man. Ease yourself, brother. Make we act civil and have a civil conversation.
We are the foolishness.
If you want to go shout, you go join shouting match or go over Russia, go shout or sitting brother, go turn soldier, go shout when you back up here.
You ask the man for his opinion. And
Yeah, but you know if you're going to emotional over the situation, brother.
We are not
A foolishness to man keep up, brother.
No, but hold on, Kishan. Hold on,
Kishan.
Kishan.
Kishan legisla. Stop kiss ass, brother.
Bro, but literally, this comment literally puts it perfectly. They can't pay this money to go to the game while they're in the comfort of their American
man, I come tell me arm round coach, I'm a see man. We every time I go play, I see it live. He has so many up and that and not just the stats.
You could have done better than Leon Bailey. Stop bad man, man, youth. Stop bad man, man.
No, how is it bad man? Kishan, stop your jaw, the man, youth.
That's what Mr. Man. You're bad man, one thing. You could have done better than Leon Bailey, youth.
Bro, that what is wrong with you? I pick up for Leon Bailey all the time.
Hey, Master, me believe Leon Bailey was fair in that interview.
The team, you still have to kick the ball in an empty net. That now nothing to do with a coach. What does missing an empty goal have to do with a coach?
All right, so let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
In a game,
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question now. Let me ask you a question. Let me talk now. Let me ask you a question now. Let me ask you a question. When you not get the chances them for miss, right? In terms of his overall gameplay, is he playing like a confident player?
But Kishan, what do you want him to do, dog? Like, what is it?
Because I said maybe Coach Hamir Agrimsey can help him out a little bit.
Bro, I've watched it too, but I don't want to get annoyed with you, bro. It's the same thing that we're trying to say. You're always trying to pick up for this man. Like, what is it? What is it? Like, I don't get it, dog. Like,
bro,
yeah, man. Do you think that Leon Bailey is the best player in CONCACAF and in the whole world? He must win a Ballon d'Or. Who is he? Is he Bob Marley? What him do for Jamaica? What him do? How is he?
What you do for Jamaica?
Who is he
going on talking about my country like that?
Brother, me not argue say the man no miss enough chances, brother, but me I say, based on the interview, you just sit down here now. You sit down here and talk, say, oh, when you did that video, you were looking for the perspective. Hold on now. Alright, make a move on.
But that no means say you agree with them.
Alright, so what you know? Me not say if you agree now. Listen, I'm not saying to agree. 1 second now, I'm not saying to agree. But if you're looking through the perspective of William Bill in his recent interview, right? If the man say for him want to share a close relationship, because in the interview, William Bill said he likes to share a close relationship with his coach. I can find it in this article.
It's one man out of how many people? It's one man out of how many people? Like what you want to do?
And country football are two different things. Club football are your career that. And that's your bread and your butter. When you come play for your country, that's a passion. When you say Mbappe and then European players, they say. The same time when Leon Bailey said JFF now paying. The same week, it wasn't responding to Leon Bailey. But it just come out in a French media as a coincidence, right? And when Mbappe said, playing for your national country should be for pride, he does not believe players should be playing for money. So when them players in Europe are go out and play, they must play for pride, they must play for love, they must play for go out there and represent. And it don't matter which coach they're there, it don't matter what's going on, they are going to go out there and represent. And Leon Bailey missing 3 empty goals and missing chance after chance after chance after chance after chance does not have anything to do with a national team coach. Especially
me just drop the calling link. So Mr. United, me just drop the link in the comment section. I'm not gonna read what Leon Bailey say now. Let me just find what Leon Bailey said in this interview surrounding sharing a close relationship.
Move on to Michail Antonio.
No, are you alone? Please say no. Read the comments. You need to read the comments.
Bro,
Yo,
the whole comment section is
section.
literally agreeing with us, bro.
See, man, I say, Pressure, I know see your true colors. I am finished listening to your opinions. Be real and stop kiss ass.
no, but Ernest family, it doesn't hurt me if you stop listening to my opinion, brother. It doesn't hurt me.
Hey,
You know, I hurt me, brother.
Kishan,
Real,
please,
bro.
please. Stop while you're on a high,
Us,
bro.
dog.
Stop while you're on a
All
high.
right, we can move on to Michail Antonio then. We can move on to Michail Antonio.
Comment on Avis Williams said Bailey single-handedly could have beaten Canada from the first half. Badman got
Yo.
to match the blog.
Bro,
Alright.
bro, Dicanio, dog.
Yo, so hold on now. We can move on to Michail Antonio now.
After I missed the second one, after I missed the third one, the whole stadium still a support the man.
Can we move on to the Michail Antonio news? Mr.
Bro,
United, do me a favor, Dicanio, and drop the link in the comment section. Just drop the link in the comment section, please.
Yo, my side, all the way are bridging, you know, so don't feel like that you want to see where I get eaten now. I just so talk my side, you see me?
Just kindly drop the link in the comment section. But we can move on to Michail Antonio, right? Because there was some big
Man United fan, dog.
there was some big news surrounding Michail Antonio. Michail Antonio recently, and listen, I guess there's a flow going around in the Reggae Boyz team. It's called interview fluenza, right? Coming like everyone again interview nowadays. Andre Blake, Michail Antonio, Ryan Bailey. Who left for the interview? Whisper left for give interview. Kaim Dixon give interview with this. Everybody give interview. So let's get into the Michail Antonio interview. But before we get into the Michail Antonio, we could take the first person that we have online. Dub Hub, big up yourself and respect for the support.
Pressure.
Yeah.
Billy, I'm not telling you lie, brother. You have more sense than what you say.
All right, sorry, my boss. Double, listen. I'm at try to look on the interview, Double, listen up. I looked at the interview, Double, and I was trying to. Yeah, I'm going to let him. All right, go ahead, Double.
Brother, the way you talk is listen, it's not a coincidence to come on your show, right? And it's not a coincidence for a man who just started YouTube channel not too long. You have 80 people on your live now. Because I see some man have channel over 3 years and can't pass 20. That means people are just as a sensible man. So brother, that one your way you go, brother. Come on, man. You know better, man. I don't know if I create you want to create a little drama on your show.
No, Double. Listen up, Double. I read the interview. Listen, Double. Well, no man.
Yo, Pressure, let the man talk, not dog. Let the man.
So I
Double, tell us when you're finished, Double, please.
I honestly feel this is a marketing strategy. Because Pressure, you know better, brother. Me hear you on that show, me hear your comment, and your sound, you know better than what you say. But you can go now.
Alright, when we go on mute.
All I'm saying, Double, is I read the interview. I read the article, right? The article, I should say. I read the article. And Leon Bailey, this is the man personal experience, throughout his tenure at Aston Villa. The man say, when you're not confident, him say when he's not confident, it's like him not play properly. Him say since Unai Emery coming at the club, him give him that confidence. And him also state in the interview that if you look on him and Craig Butler, him basically use that to draw a parallel with Unai Emery, saying that he likes to share a close relationship with his coach because before him did eventually become this big, Craig Butler was his coach. So that Bailey, so all I'm trying to do is look through the perspective of Leon Bailey. You get me? I say, me beat Leon Bailey before and say, yo, him wrong for the interview, blah, blah, blah. But all I say is, I try to be fair to the man. That's all I was trying to do.
Bro, well, you don't be fair to the man by being unfair to the coach.
True that.
Oh, boy. May not be unfair, but Double, may I say, can Hargreaves do a little bit better to get maybe a 10% more from Bailey? That's all me I say now.
The only thing Hargreaves can do better is take foot by him hand and kick the ball and I goal and get it.
Make double go.
You know why I think the coach can't do nothing? Because in my humble opinion, and I think Pressure would agree with me, sir. Leon Bailey don't hold Jamaica in high regards like he does with Aston Villa. Would you agree with me, Pressure?
Boy. I mean, that's true because we've all seen the story surrounding Leon Bailey and his career with the Reggae Boyz team.
Right.
So yeah.
I saw Leon Bailey crying on the field at Aston Villa when they talk bad about him. And when Jamaica people talk bad about him, he rebut against Jamaica. Bigger than me. Yeah.
Him do hold with to the pride the way Craig Butler keep on. I said, them manipulative body, I rate them, but then me have to wait with them because you have to rate them at the end of the day, but then sometimes them do some weird things, bro. Because him a talk about pride and him a talk about this and about them we die for the country and one bag of part, bro. I will not see that. Them very much.
It not. Yo, my brother. What your name again? The first one we just speak.
Dicanio.
Dicanio, it's obvious, brother. Like people, all right, a man can't tell you saying love you and have food and not feed you. You can't tell me say you love your country, and if 3 players can't come, you don't want one to come and play for your country.
Exactly.
You know? So only thing Craig Butler do, him have a good Cinderella and Rami do story and it full whole heap of people and Pressa, you're smarter than that. Me know that.
No, Dubbob, me know the stories, you know, man. Me know no Dubbob. And you know, say, well, Dubbob, you say you just book up on the channel, right? But me have videos of me bash Leon Bailey. Not bash him as in unfairly, but just give me opinion surrounding certain situations with him. So me know the story, them in a Dubbob. But all me I say is, me feel like Leon Bailey did fear for that interview stating that him never happy. And me I say, we could just draw a parallel with the Reggae Boyz team. Can Hal Grimson and somebody in the comment section even say, if it's a cut and dry, why do we have sports therapists? Why? Our psychologist, I should say.
But it's obvious the coach tried to form a relationship with him. Listen, him same spend a lot of time on the phone with the coach. Anything the coach call him, he said that.
But at the end of the day, discipline are discipline.
Right, but what
if
all
there's
right.
somewhere enough to do and the man take action, why when him take the action, you come out and do the interview with it? If you have a problem with this, if you're somewhere you build up long time, why you never come out from long time and do that? Why is when him take action and discipline, him tell you say you have to come play the game here? And him tell you from long time, him tell you from last year. So why you never do an interview last year? Why you choose to do the interview right before man them go to play football? All of them think that not show say you love your country. If you see your country go out there go play and you know say you do something wrong to make you can't play, why you go put the pressure upon the rest of the man then? Why you go do something like that when a long time the coach tell you that, bro?
Make way with the Bob officer.
All right. I saw Leon Bailey lift up his shirt at a Jamaica game, and I see a different size stomach than what I saw when he was playing at Aston Villa.
So one fill it up with jerk chicken and pork.
Not jerk chicken and pork, man. Dallas Honda, man, with the Hennessy.
All right, Double. Tell them, Double.
Hennessy, man. Them man the table full of liquor, brother. When they got a party, brother.
But somebody asked a question if him do an interview. Yeah, him do an interview, but not surrounding the Reggae Boyz. More like for Aston Villa recently, since them qualify for Champions League.
As we speak, I have boots on the ground at the under 20 training, and Big Nell is at the training, and he's a Phoenix. So this thing about but people, the JFF treating his players unfairly is not right.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, because even I don't remember what competition. I think it was under 17 or one of those competition. I think like 2 or 3 Phoenix players was in the squad. But you know, for some reason, it's like if you're not called all Phoenix players is a problem, you know.
Yeah. So also made a video about that as well. The fact say sometimes you have to agree with Butler, but sometimes you have to disagree, because him saying that his players are being treated unfairly, I agree with that 100%. But then he also went on in an article to say that the conditions for Leon Bailey to re-enter the national team is dependent on Phoenix players being included into the national team. And that can't sit right with me. Every player them represent them own self. You can't want to say, yo, at the same thing you do with Kyle Butler.
But all right, to be fair, right? Can you give me evidence of where you saw this player being treated unfairly by the national team? Like, just give me two evidence. Right?
I mean, I thought it.
Yeah.
I agree with what you're saying also. Oh my God, what was my point? Jano, go to the
Let me just say something quick to Double. When you say treated unfairly, right? I feel more like you mean like the selection process. Because you know for years now about
so that's why I asked you 2 examples. Like.
Yeah, I can't see, because I've always held the notion, even when used to try force Kyle Butler into the team. Kyle Butler never good. With all due respect to Kyle Butler. Never good, brother. And the man hold the team hostage to say, yo, if you want Leon Bailey, you have to include Kyle Butler. And it end up to the point where the man try force Kyle Butler in our professional career, and the man depart and go become producer.
The thing that I'm going to say, I can go before you go. I've seen, why has no other player from the Reggae Boyz setup come out to agree with Bailey? That's the part that always does my head in. Literally no other player has either retweeted, has liked, reposted, commented the same thing. So that's where I just fail to understand. Like,
All right, that lead me to think that Bailey have very poor handlers, and he's been advised wrongly.
right.
That's what I would gather from that.
And the thing is, Butler knew that he was going to do that interview, so I like him deep behind him back. Butler
Right.
was talking on another platform before where he said, look out for the interview that's going to. So Butler knew said he have a job. Butler tell him for do it. Or Butler agree with him for do it. But remember just address a comment here. You see me? Because I see the man I say more Salami sitters as well.
But they were big up still. I go cover the last topic and then end the show here.
Yeah, thanks for
My
your guys'
point.
time, and we talk next time, okay?
Yeah, man, no problem. Once again, people, 1 second, Dicanio. Once again, people, smash the like button. Also, if you're new, hit the subscribe button. Head over to Gunnaz, GUNNAZ. Also, subscribe to my channel, 433 Presser, PRESSER. And yeah, hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Continue.
Yeah, man. So my point is not that Leon Bailey cannot miss sitters, right? My point was responding to Kishan's comments that Hemir Hallgrimsson can do better to get Leon Bailey performing. Now, I am saying, what can Hemir Hallgrimsson do when Leon Bailey has been in positions in his system to score goals? You can't ask much more of a coach than to get a player in a position to score goals, and that was my point. I'm not saying a player cannot miss chances, right? But at the end of the day, if a coach's system allows a player to get 2 to 3 chances per game, and them not convert those chances, they can't want put the blame on the coach to put the arm around that player. That was
let me just say this.
That the man can't miss goals.
Let me just say this so we can move on to Michail Antonio and Ryan LFC. If you watch, big up yourself, because Ryan LFC did a show a couple months ago, right? I think before the Nations League games, and Corey Burke was on it, and I rang the show, right? And I said to Corey Burke, as a striker, right? What's your mindset in front of goal? And he said that for some players, they'll be thinking about 1 ton load of things when I'm nothing to do with football. And he said for him, he tries to just keep it at the football level where he's focusing on the game, what's going on in the game, and how is he going to finish the chance in front of him. So all I'm saying is, right, with Leon Bailey having so many problems with JFF, I think he's playing football with so many things on his mind when he comes back to Jamaica. So I'm saying, if you put an arm around a player and say, Bailey, listen, more you take your mind off of this. Ray. Just focus on this. Slow down the game, calm down the game. You don't have to take too many touches, stuff like that. And as somebody said, I don't know if it's football lover or Richard, somebody else, they said that if it was so cut and dry, why across sports you find that they have sports psychologists? Because not every player can motivate themselves. Players bring the personal life in the game and it affects them. Yeah, just Lingard when his mother used to sick, blah, blah, blah. The man, he affected him football when he was at United. You get me, I say?
What I said on that. You are talking generally, when we have to understand, but you have to talk about the literal situation, right? When was the last time Leon Bailey played for Jamaica? When Leon Bailey played for Jamaica, bro, Hallgrimsson had his arm around him. Them literally talk about the fact that they used to talk
Every day.
almost every day. Even when the man he had his arm around him, they had a good relationship. Since he was playing for Jamaica, and every time that he was playing for Jamaica, they had a good relationship. Ever since that fallout, we haven't seen him play for Jamaica. So yes, the point where you make is good generally, but put the point where you try to make into reality. Since everything we're going, we don't see him play back for Jamaica. But before that, an arm was around him. You get what I say?
All right, but let me just say this, right? Let me just say this once again. People, football is opinion based. You see, if it sound idiotic or whatever the case is, I'm sorry. All I'm try to do is just understand Leon Bailey. That's all I'm try to do. When I say, me are the biggest fan of Leon Bailey, but they just try to understand the man. So just bear with me. No one disagree with me, which is fine, because all of us, our opinions are different. But me just try, based on the recent interview, I was just trying to gain an understanding from Leon Bailey's side. That's all I was trying to do. But we can move on with the conversation, because I feel like earlier you got a bit too fired up, right? And
because you never do it realistically, bro. You never put your points into the actual reality. You just make some vague points. So that I have to drape you up to make you see reality and meds it from a realistic point of view. Yes, the points them way did make good, but them never real. They weren't. You never pin them to moments. So you have
All
to
right.
pin the moments for the points that make sense, dog.
All right. All right then. But we can move on to Michail
Yeah.
Antonio. Also, Michail Antonio is out of contract. They are set to be out of contract next month. He did an interview recently expressing that he would like to work with Julian Lopetegui, but that's yet to be seen because he would need to re-sign with West Ham and they need to offer him a contract in order for him to play there next season. However, he did a recent interview, right? And the headline is Michail Antonio opens up on starting therapy as the West Ham star admits he fell out of love with football in the wake of his divorce and was praying for an injury. And listen, it reached to the point where Michail Antonio got divorced and he was praying to get injured. And listen, I've never really played at the professional level, right? However, what I can say is that it's unheard of players to really pray for an injury. I've never really heard it before. You know what I'm saying? I know that players, whenever they go through situations in their personal lives, I know that they will, drink alcohol, stay up at late night, all these type of stuff. But when Michail Antonio said this, it's really shocking. Not that it's a bad thing that he did because it's his personal experience, whatever the case is, and it's a divorce at the end of the day. I've never been married, so I don't know where I feel like if even been married, much less for a divorce. I'm hoping in the future I may never get divorced either. I don't know if you pay nobody. But listen, no, so in the article, right? He went on to state that when West Ham won the Europa Conference League, at that moment in time, he was going through his divorce. He was not happy. And, whilst the boys went out to celebrate, like Declan Rice, Bowen, and a lot of those guys, he was at the hotel and he wasn't really feeling himself. And Michail Antonio also stated that he's genuinely a happy person. But a lot of folks normally question the commitment of Michail Antonio to this Jamaican national team, right? And I've seen it on other platforms. And big up to everybody else who are content creators. I've seen where folks, they've called in and say, oh, Michail Antonio not committed to the national team. But the funny thing is, in this interview, Michail Antonio stated that whilst he was unhappy, he looked forward to playing with Jamaica. And the worst part about it, in that period of time, Michail Antonio was praying for an injury. You know what the worst thing was? The man ended up playing for Jamaica and get an injury. You see me? So I feel like in this interview, it shows the commitment of Michail Antonio because through that bad period for Michail Antonio, he stated that he looked forward to playing for Jamaica. He loves to play for Jamaica. Now, Dicanio, in terms of people questioning Michail Antonio's commitment, what do you have to say surrounding that?
Bro, I've never questioned any player's commitment ever, bro. But other people have them opinions. A lot of people, none of us know the truth behind everything. I read an article. I think it was on. I don't remember, it was on. I see it somewhere on media. I don't remember where. So I don't have the source. But he was rejected at age 22. Jamaica rejected him at age 22. So if he was a youngster looking to play for the national team at 22 years of age, and we rejected him because he never did in the Premier League, never did this, he never did it right now, then what you can't fault a player for wanting to go represent England. And I think he made the squad, right? So Jamaica reject him. He reached a point in his career where even England are look upon him now. But a lot of people never know say Jamaica reject him. So them see him and them see him make England squad and him eligible to come play for Jamaica and him old now. And England no want him no more. So them pretty much a England reject. We want to come to play for Jamaica. But a lot of people never know say the man did want to play for Jamaica before. So bro, it's just opinion. They can't make the people say at the end of the day. The mere fact come means that him committed, means that there's a goal. And the obvious goal for Michail Antonio and all of these English-based players that are coming is to come, represent the country and go on one World Cup and play a one World Cup and represent the country with pride.
Yeah.
They are Jamaica at the end of the day, bro.
And to add to that, when I came into the YouTube space in terms of finding out that Jamaican content creators who covered the Reggae Boyz, I think Ryan LFC was one of the first programs I called in on, right? And the conversation was surrounding like so-called England rejects. And I phoned in at that time and I said to Ryan that Michail Antonio no one played for Jamaica, rah rah rah. I don't remember if he was playing at that time. I think he was, but I was like, yo, the man not committed, the man just I use Jamaica. And Ryan have to educate me. And Ryan said, no baller. Ryan I said, brother, Jamaica reject the man when him did younger. That Ryan tell me. And from that day on, I look on Michail Antonio different and say, yo, Jano, I even didn't know say JFF or whoever was responsible at the time did reject Michail Antonio.
You know, Antonio never was the player that he is now, bro. Remember say Antonio was a right back, Antonio moved from right back to right wing, to attacking midfielder, till him turn a striker and I'm 30. So what the Antonio turn striker, bro?
But at that time, you probably would have been head and shoulders above a lot of players in his respective position. But then at that age, you know what I'm saying? Because he was playing at a decent level. He was playing in the Championship, then the Premier League with Southampton, I believe, and then he went on to West Ham.
And there was also a point in Jamaica's career as well. Not Jamaica's career, like the national team where them just never pre the foreign-based players. Them are just local for them thing there. So it all has to do with the time period. And obviously there was a different time period. There was a different leadership, I believe, as well. But I think Horace Burrell did about them time there, if I'm not mistaken. You see me? So there was a different leadership. Them did a different direction. So now, different from then. And a lot of people, them the meds them thing. Them not look into the deep intricacies of what actually happened. Them just see something, form an opinion, and just start chat. That's why you can't meds people, bro. You see me? Yeah, we have a responsibility for looking into things deeper and settings will make sense when we come on platforms like this. You see me? So yeah,
definitely. Bro. And in this article as well, he went on to state that at the time he enjoyed playing for Jamaica. I said that before. And he basically said he was praying for an injury. And I said, and for me, it's unheard of for a player to be going through things and they pray for injury. But he gave a reason as to why he was praying for an injury because of the whole divorce situation. He stated that he felt like if he got an injury, it would have given him the time off that he needed at that time. But obviously, if he's not injured, then if I forgot to play for West Ham, them way they, if he might got extra time off, he might forget them a really good reason. He might forget give a reason like a Jadon Sancho, which I don't know which reason Jadon Sancho they give if you get 3 months off. But so that was the basis around the interview. He also talked about how he could have gotten a big move to a big club last year summer, but for some reason West Ham, when he started the season, he scored like 2 goals in a couple games or something like that. He started off well, and West Ham saying, so we'll keep you still. I think that move was Chelsea because Chelsea wanted him on loan, you know what I'm saying? But Gay said he regretted not leaving West Ham at that moment in time. But once again, he's out of contract this June. And, people, once again, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. If you check the stats, a lot of Reggae Boyz players are out of contract in June, You have Bobby Reid, who's coming up to the end of his contract. You have Michail Antonio. You have Omar Hutchinson, whose contract is going to end next year as well. You have Andre Blake, who I saw a recent article stating that he's in contract negotiations with Philadelphia Union. However, Blake came out recently stating that, let me say again, he made a cryptic post on his Instagram saying like when it's time or something like that you need to go, whatever the case is. So he's having a problem with Philadelphia Union. And, before we end the show, Dylan, you wanted to talk about Ethan Pinnock, so you have the floor now.
Well, no, I mean, just check out the video that we're talking about him, and we can go in depth into my centre-back friend that's neglected in the media and another live.
Yeah, I think they must say Schaefer did reject Michail Antonio. Yeah. But yeah, people, that's it. But listen, we have to look forward to the future in terms of the upcoming games. Once again, Demarai Gray, picked up a recent injury, and I was reading a report as well. The injury that Demarai Gray picked up, it was something that it was bothering him for some time now, and fortunately, it was a niggling injury, and he aggravated that niggling injury. And let me just show the collision between him and the goalkeeper of Ettifaq. No, not Al Ettifaq, Al Ittihad. My bad. Yeah, Al Ittihad. So that's basically it, people. Thanks again for the wonderful support. And this week Sunday, once again, the Premier League is wrapping up. Who will be the champion? Manchester City or Arsenal? Or will it be Manchester United? Let me know in the comment section. But once again, people, smash the like button before you guys head out. Subscribe if you're new to the Gunnaz YouTube channel, GUNNAZ, for Arsenal content as well as Reggae Boyz content. Also, subscribe to my channel, 433, press the formation 433, and then PRESSER. And before I end, let me give you guys the outro and the quick recap. We spoke about Leon Bailey, Demarai Gray, as well as Michail Antonio, and opening up about his divorce. Leon Bailey and his recent interview expressing that Unai Emery kept him at Aston Villa, saved his career. And it's time for the big bad outro. Hold on for 1 second, people.